I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. As the Big Apple is about to elect a Ugandan-born Muslim as mayor of New York City, new information reveals that 20% of people in NYC cannot speak English, and 2 out of every 5 were not born in the United States. Critics are now questioning immigration policies that have tossed integration, cultural unity, and core U.S. values out the window. More than 3 million migrants now call New York City home, making up about 40% of the total population. This influx, according to experts, was fueled by Biden-era open border policies that allowed asylum seekers, refugees, illegal migrants, and those that were given TPS to pour into the country. In addition, taxpayers are footing the bill for millions of dollars each year spent in translation costs. New York City is a designated sanctuary jurisdiction, so they do not cooperate with ICE, honor ICE detainers, and don't share information with federal authorities. The city also gives IDs, driver's licenses, and financial assistance to illegal migrants. These policies, combined with New York's right to shelter law, have brought more than 200,000 migrants to the city in recent years, overwhelming the system. From fiscal year 2023 through September of this year, NYC has spent about $8.75 billion on migrant services, including free shelter, free food, free healthcare, free travel, and free education for the migrants. Experts expect that to hit $12 billion by the end of fiscal year 2025, adding that this spending diverts billions from core services like policing and infrastructure directly into the pockets of migrants. Critics are calling for reform, saying migrants should complete mandatory civics education and learn how to speak English to make sure they assimilate and respect the country rather than displace the nation's foundational principles. As one policy expert said, quote, "Diversity strengthens America only when it builds on shared language and values." Couple facts for you here on the number of New Yorkers on welfare. Medicaid health coverage, about 4 million enrollees. For SNAP, there's about 2 million on SNAP. Housing assistance like Section 8 and vouchers, almost 1 million. Cash assistance, 855,000. Social Security income, 332,000. And people who get discounts on transit and fares, 378,000. Home care services, 310,000 enrolled. And more than 2 million New Yorkers are enrolled in at least 2 welfare programs. Democratic Socialist and Somali State Senator Omar Fateh addressed supporters in Minneapolis's Cedar Riverside neighborhood, speaking in Somali and waving a Somali flag. Watch.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Somalia. Somalia. Hiran State. Mawisle. Mawisle. Early voting hadda illa November 4.
Fateh is being heavily criticized, with people accusing him of being loyal to his home country and not the United States. And real quick, I want to remind you that Medicare costs are set to go up next year. So if you want to save more than $1,000 a year, listen up. Because not only will you be paying more for your deductible and premiums, but some Medicare Advantage plans are disappearing altogether. It can be confusing with so many different plans and options, but I got a quick and easy solution for you. Chapter. I've partnered with Chapter because I believe in what they're doing. They want to help, and they'll do it for free. Just call the number on your screen or go to askchapter.org/Christina. It'll take 20 minutes, and they'll do all the work. Give them a call. It'll be well worth your time. Chapter. Jack Smith and the Biden-Whitehouse were trying to wipe MAGA off the map and put all MAGA politicians in jail, according to newly released documents from the Biden-era Arctic Frost investigation. The new Arctic Frost whistleblower documents show that the Biden FBI subpoenaed the bank records, emails, and donor lists of almost every major conservative organization and leader in the country, including Donald Trump's campaign. The documents just released by the Senate also reveal that Arctic Frost investigators used FBI field offices from across the country to conduct its investigations, turning local FBIs into federal weapons against conservatives and costing American taxpayers $50 million. The Biden-era FBI investigated more than 150 Republicans as part of Smith's failed investigation, including Josh Hawley, Steve Bannon, Rudy Giuliani, Ed Martin, Dr. Peter Navarro, and others. In addition, the Biden-era DOJ spied on a roster of top MAGA Republican lawmakers to try to put an end to Donald Trump's political movement and prosecute its key leaders. The committee also saying the Arctic frost investigation was much more widespread than previously known. In fact, the Biden-era FBI worked alongside judges to make rulings that helped propel their covert investigation. For example, Smith subpoenaed Senator Ted Cruz's cell phone records from AT&T. Judge James Boasberg, who has repeatedly ruled against President Donald Trump, banned AT&T from telling Senator Cruz about the subpoena or the fact that his phone line was being tapped, saying that if Cruz was informed, Cruz would destroy evidence and put national security in danger. Senator Cruz, the previous Solicitor General of the state of Texas, is now calling for Boasberg to be impeached. Previously released documents revealed that 90 conservative groups were investigated, including Turning Point USA, and the phone metadata for 8 elected officials was secretly collected. Lawmakers are calling the operation a weaponization worse than Watergate, saying it violated the Constitution, the rule of law, and tried to intimidate, sideline, and jail MAGA politicians and influencers who challenged the left's narrative. That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina Aguayo.